What up, people? It's your boy, Master Shooty, out here with another comic review. So we got DCeased number 6, the last of the last. This has been a great miniseries so far. I've really enjoyed covering it, and I've enjoyed all of you giving me a lot of views for it. Appreciate it. Also shows your interest in this miniseries as well. So this is it. And as you know, in the last issue, Lex is dead. Superman has been turned. The Flash has also been dead, and Martian Manhunter is the one who caused everything. So let's get into it. So we see that Superman's usual thing, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall mountains in a single building, and he goes to New York. Clark had the greatest power. Every single person saw hope with him, but then all the hope was lost at 11:48 a.m. And then we can see that Clark just destroys the largest residential building in the country. And it was a Wednesday. So meanwhile, like in the Fortress of Solitude, uh, they're discussing their plans, and they realize that they have one more thing left, which is kryptonite that Batman left. Um, Basically, saying that it's like these schematics and cyborgs would turn the kryptonite into suppressant gas. If we build this, it will certainly slow Superman down. And one woman is like, we can't. That's not enough. Um, And it's like my father knew what he was doing. We should trust him on it. And then Diana's like, no, your father was never lethal, Damien. It was admirable, but we can't afford to hold back. And she's like saying, we're basically going to have to kill Superman, quote unquote. So they're getting the arcs prepared to basically fly everyone off planet as Lex Luthor planned, while Wonder Woman is, you know, forging a sword out of kryptonite, basically combining the kryptonite with her sword. And it's like this is the sword of Athena. Athena was the goddess of war, and we are fighting for everything. She was the goddess of craft, and we have fused mythology with an element of a world that no longer exists. Last, she was the goddess of mathematics, and we are fighting an equation. It's like this is not a coincidence. I believe, I hold fate in my hands. So she goes. So they're in Gotham City. Kid Flash with Damian manages to get everybody on board one of the arcs, and basically these two go off to die, which hey, whatever. Meanwhile, at the Mascara, we got Wonder Girl with Green Arrow getting all the refugees on another arc, and we see that something is coming, and we see that Aquaman, zombified, has still survived everything. It's the Kraken with all of the undead Atlanteans coming. But Aquaman is slain thanks to Green Arrow. And, Batman said that he wasn't dangerous, so he never came up with a contingency plan for him. And he's like, yeah, just found an arrow through raging winds in the brain of an undead king of the sea while I was controlling a damn Kraken. F you, Batman. But anyway, war has come to Themyscira. Affected Atlanteans shouldn't have been able to set foot on Paradise Island. They should be able to find it. But when we raised the seafloor and extended the island for refugees, Themyscira was no longer hidden, no longer safe from the world. So they found everything. So the Amazonians start fighting with Hippolyta and Mera. Antiope and Cassie get ready to fight. Amazons are fighting, trying to hold it off, trying to fight. Meanwhile, Superman meets Wonder Woman, Dinah, Black Canary, who's the new Green Lantern after Hal was killed, and Cyborg. And Cyborg's saying there's no signs of life at all. It's like, okay, we don't have to hold back. So I like how she uses her powers with the Green Lantern ring, kind of amplifies her screen power, managed to get Superman down. Still fighting. Antiope is, the Amazons are falling. Antiope has been bitten. And they managed to get all the refugees on. And Firestorm is helping out. But, Mara has to go. It's like, Mara, there's no extracting them from that. So it's unfortunate. Hippolyta tells Cassie for her to leave. She tries to get her to go. But say, tell Diana, tell my daughter the promise of Themyscira is hers, now hers to honor. And so the Amazons fell. All of them fell. Paradise was destroyed. Cassie's the only survivor. And the arcs have taken off. We lost all the Amazons. We lost a lot of Amazons, but we're away. So meanwhile, Superman's trying to get out of them. Cyborg gets into the battle. They keep fighting, but Diana comes in with a sword, cuts Superman's arm off, and then she stabs Superman. You think that you think he'd be dead, but no. He goes, he goes and delivers a terrible blow to Wonder Woman, and she falls because Superman is not holding back. They bought us time, and that's all they could do. So Cyborg manages to hold her hand and says, Superman's gone. You know where he's seen the arcs. It's like you have to stop him. So she gives whoa, Diana her sword. And Cyborg says that it's okay, you can go. I'm going to stay with her until. And then she's like, you're not staying. And he's like, this virus started with me, Diana. I was never coming with you. Go. Get to the arcs. Meanwhile, you see Damian and John together, basically the new generation. And it's like I never wanted my son to have to be a hero, and pretty much. And this is Lois still talking, and obviously John can see his dad is coming. It's like basically John decides to go and fight his father. It's like, can you do anything? Can you look after mom for me? And buds, bros. I just want to say that Tom Taylor still manages to handle the friendship of Damian and John very classily, very well. And John gets ready to fight. And, Lois is very sad. His father's coming after him with one arm. They collide, boom. And he was a child trying to hold back death. My son couldn't stop that. But he fought, but he bought us one precious minute. And with that minute, see that the entire Green Lantern Corps has arrived, led by Guy Gardner, which is actually a very nice sight to see. And it's like, I leave you alone for like a month, and this whole place is to hell. It's like, what's happening? It's like the Guardians and the Green Lantern Corps are quarantining Earth, which isn't great. This is our space sector losing the whole world, reflects pretty badly on us. And, like Guy Gardner, he's joking. It's like, hey, I might have not had the incredible will of Hal Jordan or the stunning creativity of Kyle Rayner, but I'm a freaking master at masking my emotional terror with jokes. What's Superman doing? And that's not Superman, of course. It's like basically the Green Lantern Corps is getting ready to fight. The Superman then decides to go into the sun. He's like saying they calculated, saying that it couldn't stand against the entire Corps, so I calculated another way to kill. Stop. It's like so Superman is basically absorbing all of the yellow sun, draining its power. It's like in time, the entire solar system will grow and die. You're just gonna let it. Every Green Lantern's light isn't powerful enough to reach into the heart of the star. Perhaps it's for the best. We cannot wipe out the virus directly. We cannot risk exposure. If this system freezes, the virus will sleep. We will monitor the sun and your world, but it's time to move the survivors. It's time for a new world. It's time for humanity to leave its birthplace. Life has lost here. And so, I want to say that John is dead. I hope not, but it's left ambiguous. That's one thing that you'll find out, that a lot of things in this issue has been left ambiguous, including another thing. So we just see that Diana has finally turned, and Cyborg has managed to take the lasso of truth and bind her arms with it. And so he's like, the lasso of truth compels you. Can you speak? And so Diana's like, yes, we have a voice. We have a voice. So something in the anti-life equation. Is there a way to stop you? It's like, we are death. Nothing can stop death. You are a virus. Is there a cure? It's like, yes. It's like, what is it? It's like, where? It's like, the cure is in you. You are man and machine. You are binary, off and on, patient zero, and the one alpha, and the omega. But that means everyone we fought for, everyone we ended, they didn't have to die. Everything dies. The arcs. I have to reach them. They have to know. But of course, Cyborg kept his eye off the prize, and he is dead. It's like life is fleeting. That's the only truth. Death is forever. Oh, so John did survive. My bad. So basically, they're heading to a new world. And they see Earth 2, all the survivors that you can see, Black Lightning and His nieces, Firestorm, both Ollie and Dinah survive. Alfred, I'm very happy Alfred survived. And, Hawkgirl, Damien, John, and Lois. And so they will leave a new world, basically, and that's the end. Woo. So this was it's been a great miniseries. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Solid. I couldn't have asked for a better miniseries. A couple things though. While this was, the ending is nice and it's left the door open for potential sequels. There are many things that we have to address. It's clear now that everybody on Earth is, dead. For the moment, Ivy and Ivy and Harley are obviously dead because the sun has been blotted out. Obviously, Earth cannot survive like that. We don't know what happened to Superman, whether that whole thing, exterminated him. Wonder Woman is still infected. Don't know if she's going to get off a planet and the locate the new Earth that humanity is on, or whether they're going to infect other different planets. Superman, don't know what happened to him. We don't know whether there are other human survivors that might have not made it. Say, people asking where's Red Hood? Well, obviously he wasn't killed off, but he didn't appear in this miniseries. So who knows what the fate of maybe others were? Don't know. The Green Lantern, of course, obviously going to be watching it. And then there, of course, in the little one-off spin-off within this miniseries, A Good Day to Die, we see that Dr. Fate and Zatanna, along with John Constantine, managed to escape Earth. But to where? We don't know, and we don't know what they have planned for the future. Obviously, this was a good issue, good miniseries. Don't know what a sequel will do, but, I'm interested to see where it goes. So I give this a good 9.5 out of 10. And the whole issue miniseries, I recommend you get it when it gets to that trade. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notifications. And make sure you hit the notifications to make sure you're notified of my videos, as well as making sure you're still subscribed to see if you're still on it and on my channel. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics, get your views on them. And thank you all for watching. And I should have more videos up later today. Peace.